Hi everybody and welcome to another Spur of the Moment. We had a great question coming in. Clark, can you read it out loud?
Yes, of course. There have been different opinions on the use of the round pen. Some people argue that having a horse walking and moving in such a confined space is actually frightening for them, whereas others believe it provides a safe environment. I would be interested in hearing your views on this.
So funny that it's so many people have different opinions on this recently, no? We've heard like, oh, it's so sad. Oh, it's so great. Well, it just depends on how you're roundpenning, right?
It absolutely. Everything with the horses, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, or beautiful, depends upon how we do things. Let me go into a little detail about what's happening in the round pen. But first, just consider this. It is not that a round pen, a 20 meter, 60-foot round pen, is too small of a space, because that would contradict the fact that a Grand Prix dressage rider can do a canter pirouette on a horse within a few meters, or a Western rider can spin a horse pretty much on its hindquarters on the spot. So that also, in terms of congruency, lets us know it's not about how big a circle is in the round pen or on the lunge line. It's actually about the frame of the body that the horse is in. A horse could have 100 meters to run around in and be stressing its body out because it's in a distressful shape of body in terms of its biomechanics, which is often caused by the person. So if this is, on the other hand, you could be in a small box stall with a horse and not be stressing its body out.
Yeah.
So it isn't the size of the circle that counts. It's how the person in the round pen is moving his or her body while in the round pen. That's really what counts.
Of course.
Yeah, so could you maybe elaborate a bit on that, on how to move your body in the round pen?
Sure. Let's say this is the hindquarters of a horse. That's the head of the horse. And as you can see, this horse is positioned to be circling to the left, counterclockwise. And we'll say that the person's hips are right about here. And they're sending the horse forward around the round pen, theoretically. Now, here's what we need to look at. Let me get my phone out. And I'm not going to call you. But I'm going to put this light in my center, and literally in my belly button. Now you are this horse. You're up against the round pen wall, going to the left, to my left. There's two ways you can walk. Now, for the equestrians out there who know what I'm talking about, you can be on the correct lead or the wrong lead in your legs. Now, before you shoot my legs, Simon, just show them what's happening here with the light. Here is me stepping out to the right to round pen you to the left. And as I do so to turn left, you can see the light is coming around and behind you and driving into your body. That's my chi. That's that impulsive energy that comes out of us to send a horse forward. But very often, more often than not, people are on the wrong leg and they're stepping left to go left. And you can see that the power is now getting out in front of you. Simon, could you shoot down? Just show my legs, please. So, I'll shine the light down too to help. This is the wheelbarrow walk. When you're walking with a wheelbarrow, to circle with a wheelbarrow to the left, you would be moving like this, because the wheelbarrow gives you a horizontal body, just like a horse. But if you step left to go left, which most people are doing, this is a circle stepping left to go left, which is going to put my energy in front of the horse. Here comes the switch to be better. Now I'm stepping out to the right to turn left. So again, just up here, going to the left, wheelbarrow walk to the right while going left, as opposed to just going left. Now, what that translates to in the horse, excuse me, if the wheelbarrow walk, and there's your hips, there's your belly button, is wheelbarrowing out to the right, the energy goes in there. But when we step left to go left, the energy is going out there. Ah, the crickets. So, we'll pause. We're going to keep going here. We'll just shut that off. Thank you very much. A videographer chimed in. In this illustration of the horse, we can see that the head is flexed in because the ribs are bent out. That's from the wheelbarrow walk. We can actually have a horse flexing and bending correctly, stretching correctly. But when we get off on the wrong leg and we're stepping left to go left, our impulsive energy in front of the horse actually causes the horse, if you had that light in your face, you'd be turning away from it. So horses get stressed in the round pen when being pushed around very often, because with the wheelbarrow walk, they see a shepherd, a herder sending a prey animal forward. But most humans do not do the wheelbarrow walk. We walk directly. We go left to go left. So our instincts cause the impulsion to be sent in front of the horse. Even though geographically we're positioned behind the horse, where our energy ends up shining is out in front of the horse. So that's why horses end up counterbent or contra on lunge lines and in round pens, and why we even see some horses, pretty much, I've seen horses try to jump out of round pens when they're not being herded away by the shepherd, they're actually being chased and ambushed by the predator.
I just have a further question on that, because now you know how to push a horse around, but I see people building up a lot of stress in horses when they're round penning, when they're trying to stop or turn, because the horse goes straight up into the fence, freaks out, runs off.
Yeah.
So could you tell me a bit more about how to stop or turn?
Absolutely. For the same reason we're about to go into, there's a lot of people that say, I can't get my horse to turn in and come to me in the round pen. That, yeah, they can get them to go. They just can't get them to come in for the connection, for the hooking up, for the joining up. Here's why. Let's go back to, there's our horse, and we're trying to go to the left, and our body is here. And let's say we are, in fact, herding this horse around us to the left. Here's the center of the pen. Horses read their environment. This horse is going to define that circle in these 4 quadrants. In this quadrant of the circle, this is where all of our power is, sending them away. Their body is in this quadrant, and they pretty much need all the space of that quadrant. That delicate area just in front of their face where they're going, my face into the camera. So they need that space. That's their sacred space. We're here, they're there. So this is all what's happening, shall I say, now with a horse. This is the past. We were here a few seconds ago as we were working our way around this circle to the left. This is the past. This is the future. We haven't got there yet. So the funny thing is we need to retreat into the future, not advance into the moment. When people are here sending that horse forward and they want to turn it or stop it, they tend to take that leading wrong leg, that left leg, and go right out here, either into the face, they advance towards the face, or just in front of the face.
You see that along
there? And it's advancing energy. It needs to be retreating energy. So, to the camera, well, let me illustrate this again. You would be driving the horse away from you through the body here, and then you would draw backwards into the future, here. This drawing back to get in front. You're the horse. I'm driving you around to the left. You're going over there. Now, do I get out in front of you? That's confrontational. Or as you're coming around, like catching a ball, if I threw it, that I'm going to draw back to catch it. To be driving around the circle and draw back into this quadrant, not advance forward into their head. So it's so cliche, but we have these predatory instincts. You're on my left. This is the predator. This is the prey. It's pretty much it. So we need to walk the wheelbarrow walk, driving them away, and make sure we're walking the wheelbarrow walk more or less drawn back into that neutral territory of the future. If you draw back in here, you've just disappeared. Like, you don't care anymore. You've disconnected. Drawing back here is too passive. Going forward in there is too aggressive. There's the sweet spot.
Nice.
So I think that answers the question. So round penning can be great as long as you do it correctly. If you have any questions or comments you'd like us to discuss, please send it. We'd love to hear it.
We like questions.
And I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. See you next time.
Spur you later.